Today we're going to take a look at the Stormtrooper 2-pack produced by Crazy Toys. Now these are essentially a knockoff of a vintage Stormtrooper. You can buy these online. They come from China and they come with one black Stormtrooper and one white Stormtrooper, as you can see here. The figures are clearly knockoffs because they have no official sort of production stuff from Kenner or Hasbro, but they are remarkably good quality. I bought these two off eBay. I paid £5.50 for each pack of 2 figures. You get this white one, which looks remarkably like the original figure, and a black version. The black version is a pretty useless thing. I don't know quite why they've done that, but it's for knockoff stuff. They often do weird things. The white one is pretty hard to tell that this is a modern sort of reproduction of an old figure. I've got some old Stormtroopers here, as you can see, and the size matches pretty well. The colouring is pretty good. There are a few fairly minor differences, but if you want to look out for them, you can clearly see that they are different. The face, as you can see here, is actually slightly thinner than the original Stormtrooper face. And another way you can tell them apart from vintage figures is that the arms have a ratchet system in them. So you can see it ticks up. It goes one sort of notch at a time. Old Star Wars figures don't do that. They are just a sort of a loose arm in a socket. The other sort of clear difference between this figure and old vintage figures is that the hands here they've been painted black. They're also a little thin, but they've been painted black, and the white back panel on an original Stormtrooper is just the bare plastic. The paint has been painted around it. On this modern sort of knockoff, they've painted the hand black and then painted white on top of the black. So it's fairly clear if you want to check when you're buying sort of figures that people aren't trying to rip you off, that this figure is in fact an old figure. The modifications that they've made to it are pretty easy to see. I think actually if you look even closer, these hands are stuck in. Oh, now that's why these hands are not part of the arms. The hands are made of a black plastic, which is then inserted into the ends of the hands. So that's quite a good way of checking that you're not being ripped off if you want to buy vintage figures. And I know a lot of hardcore collectors are worried that these figures are going to sort of spoil the market, but you know, they are pretty cheap. If you want to do some army building, you know, you could buy these. Having said that, the black figure is pretty useless, so you're probably still better off buying old Stormtroopers. These ones are a sort of a gimmick, but as knockoffs go, pretty reasonable quality, and I think some hardcore collectors are going to get mighty cheesed off that these are now out on the market. Anyway, thanks for watching.